The work they've been teaching us has really been helping me learn. It's just their strategy that helps a lot. Like, I've definitely gotten better at reading and writing.
I'm actually doing better, and I'm doing academically better, and I've made a lot of friends. I'm actually being myself and I'm opening up to people. Now I'm feeling like I can actually be someone and do something.
Green Chimneys core programs are really built to provide both academic and social emotional support for our students who have not been successful in their home schools or home communities. So we work in partnership with our families and with our school districts to really ensure that we're delivering everything that a student needs.
We are dedicated to finding the inherent strengths in all of our students and supporting those strengths through individualization of our educational setting, but also providing an opportunity for students to engage in hands-on experiential programming. Such programming taps into students' abilities. They'll explore more, expand their interests, and then they start to become experts in the program that they may like the most.
Cinnamon's fine. I think it needs milk.
Having a little more milk?
Each day we try to strengthen our relationships with our students in our classroom. We start with a morning meeting where we do a check-in with each student. We set goals for the day. We talk about how we can support those goals, what we might need to do in the day to achieve those goals. And our students all know that they have a safety net because we have social workers here on campus. It's a very holistic kind of approach, all with the goal of having a therapeutic environment to support their needs.
Him being able to leave and take breaks, him being able to be around the animals, feeling like they're helping him with his confidence, like he's getting this ability to feel more confident in himself and his skills. He can do it, he just needed a few more strategies to help him get there.
This unique setting that we have here really offers flexibility for our students. We have students who prefer to be outdoors. We have students who need frequent movement breaks and have a very difficult time sitting in an office engaging in traditional therapy. So individual counseling sessions can take place sitting outdoors on a rock. They can take place taking a walk to the farm. So we utilize the outdoors, we utilize our occupational therapy room, we utilize all the space and the nature and animals surrounding us to make students feel comfortable receiving our therapeutic supports.
Clinical services at Green Chimneys are really integrated within a multi-tiered system of support. We differentiate instruction and also social emotional learning so that kids can get what they need. You might see individualized work with art therapists, recreation therapists, extra time with our farm. Those nature-based services is really at the core of all that we do here, and research tells us all the positive benefits of human-animal interaction and nature-based interventions. These things do a lot to build our sense of self-esteem, our confidence, our competence, our sense of empathy. It also really decreases our stress, it decreases anxiety, it decreases depression, it increases our ability to regulate emotions, and it actually also increases our ability to stay on task. So we really look to integrate those nature-based services into everything that we do.
The farm, the nature, and animals really help students because students have an opportunity to care for somebody else. And when somebody's caring for somebody else, it is really nurturing and it builds confidence. Allowing the students to feel that they make differences is one of the big goals for us. One of the very important things working with animals are very sensitive to a lot of stimuli. So students have to be very aware of their energy level and their intention when they approach animals.
Working with animals first is this safer, non-judgmental kind of a relationship and interaction where they can really learn to develop a little bit better awareness about what's going on in relationship with another And the goal is really to take what they learn from that animal interaction and bring it into the classroom or bring it into the home setting.
We want the child to feel welcomed, feel safe, introducing them to all the great resources that they have available here definitely goes a long way with helping students transition into our program a little better.
At my old school, it was hard. I felt like an outcast, but I've been doing a lot better, and I've made a lot of friends. It makes me feel great because I get included every day. I was in a really, really good mood this morning because we have our All-Stars game today, so I hope we win.
During a student's initial weeks, we're checking in more frequently. We're going into the classroom, we're checking in with parents, we're making sure that the student is introduced to key personnel and to a friend. We make sure that they are feeling comfortable and know where they are on the campus.
Xander can be himself here. The staff just understands him. We've had his first annual review IEP meeting with the Green Chimneys staff, and it's been the first meeting where I've cried tears of happiness because we finally feel like he's getting what he needs. He's getting all of the therapies he needs and deserves and all of the support. And he's in a place where he's happy. And that is my key point. I want him to be happy, I want him to be safe. And if those two things are met, then we can think about learning. And he's definitely learning here too, but getting him in a good mindset allows him to be able to access his education. When you let him be himself, he's happy and he's successful.
I just like being in tight spaces. I once went under my desk, or sometimes I bring my work down to my desk with a clipboard, so, you know. It just makes me feel calm, safe, happy.
If a student is not feeling necessarily confident with academics or with building those relationships with others, they're not going to feel comfortable just coming to school in general. I've noticed that when I'm the first one to sort of break that ice, they come to me, and that's what I love. You know, those little moments in between the academics where they're willing to share with me what's going on in their personal lives, their interests, their hobbies, and then that's when the relationship really starts to form. If they come to school excited, just willing to come into my classroom, it really shows me that they want to be here and they want to share. So they're building that confidence.
Charlotte's getting the education that she needs. She's getting all the school support, from the teachers to the clinical staff to the therapeutic staff. Everybody has taken a vested interest in my daughter.
We tend to celebrate each other's small accomplishments in the morning. There are certain awards that they give out that they'll announce names over the intercom speaker, and when one of our students hear their name over the intercom, it's kind of like a big old applause in the classroom. You know, we all get pretty pumped and happy for each other.
Oh, I'm doing morning announcements now.
That's amazing.
I did it today too. We announced it on the loudspeaker phone inside the administration's building, and it goes to the school building so they can all hear us throughout the school building. So when Zoe and I came back, we were all clapping.
Wow.
It takes a village to work successfully with children, and sometimes a child is going to have a more comfortable relationship with one of their teaching assistants, and we can invite that person to come into counseling or to take a walk with us. So the teachers, the clinical staff, the administration, the education staff, support staff are in constant communication about what's happening with a particular student.
We talked to the social worker and she was like, you know, I want your input. This is, what do you think we need to work on the most? What do you think of what I have already? We were able to have a collaborative conversation about what the goals and objectives should be to make sure we were all on the same page.
I feel as like less of them as my social worker, more of them as my friend.
Usually it takes me a very long time to open up to people about what's wrong, but I love my social worker. I tell her everything that's going on at the time. We do check-ins when I need it, so she's usually there. Whenever I have an issue, she tries to come talk to me, and we try and figure out plans to make sure that I have a good rest of the day.
Green Chimneys prides itself on being very parent-focused and involving the family, and that's such an integral part of any treatment. It can't be done in silos. So the fact that they really involve the parents in everything from reviews to family therapy sessions, all the services that they offer, all the feedback that we get on a regular basis, I feel that we're in such an incredible partnership, and that everybody's goal, their entire focus is to see the success of my daughter.
I'm working on being a mentor here because I think I could be really helpful with little kids. They've also struggled like me, so I use what I learned to make sure that they're okay.
There's been a big difference since he started here. He's definitely much happier. He's feeling more in control of his emotions. He knows now what his strategies are when he's feeling out of control. And then I'll talk to his social worker who will explain what they did and why and how it's helping him, and we're able to do the same kind of things at home. It's been great.
And plus, he's excited to go to school.
Yeah. It's nice to actually be with people that get your child
and care
about him and are okay with who he is as a person without wanting to change everything about him. They want to help him grow and be who he is.
And not ostracize him.
Yeah, which is really important.
As his time at Green Chimneys has progressed, we're seeing him use so many of the skills and strategies that he's been being taught here. He's so much calmer, and then even when something does go wrong for him, he gets over it, he moves on. He takes this minute, calms himself, and is ready to go again, and it's better for the whole family. It's life-changing. I'm going to start crying again. He's a different kid, and it means that everything in our household can be so much more relaxed.
The progress that she's made in a year, it really has helped not only her, but it's helped us. And I think that's so critical.